Smartphone is not a thing that you buy every month. You have to make a good choice from an ocean of smartphones.
So what about Samsung Galaxy A70? Is this phone worth investing? Let's find out. Until 2018, Samsung's big, but this device comes with a high expectations to perform well. They were just below par, but this device comes with a high expectations to perform well. It comes with a 4th gen processor, Cairo 460. That assures you that you are going to get 25% more performance from this device as compared to previous version of Snapdragon. And according to my research, Snapdragon 675 is even faster than Snapdragon 710. One main flaw that I think there is in Snapdragon 675 is its size. It's a 11nm chipset, which means that the transistors are a bit far away. Charge needs a bit more time to travel in the chipset, and which consumes a lot more energy. And so this chipset is not battery efficient. That is the flaw, I think. Benchmarks are also on the higher side as well. The smartphone is actually fast as well. All the things that I mentioned earlier are paperwork, but practically the smoothness of this device cannot be challenged. Most of the games run on the highest settings possible. Of course, the RAM and the ROM of this phone should be known, 6GB and 128GB respectively. This chipset is also available in devices like Redmi Note 7 Pro, which are around 40,000 rupees or 40,000 PKR. But chipset is not the only thing that sets a price of a smartphone. RAM, ROM, camera, interface, display, battery, fast charging supported or not, these things matter as well. So you can check the specs of Redmi Note 7 Pro on Google. I don't clearly remember what its specs are. Of course, photography and videography needs camera, and this phone has 4 of them, 1 at the front, 3 at the back. This chipset can support cameras up to 48 megapixels, but the camera inserted in this phone is about 32 megapixels at the front, 32 at the back, the main sensors, and 1 wide-angle lens of 8 megapixels and 1 depth sensor of 5 megapixels. The wide-angle lens used to just capture something a bit wide, and the depth sensor is used to make portraits. You can capture up to 4K at 30 FPS in this phone, and you can go up to 960 FPS in this phone at 1080p. In daylight, the camera result seems quite good to me. If you see contrast, white balance, highlights, shadows wise, this camera captures pretty good photos. Scene optimizer comes pretty handy as well to use. This video and all the other videos that I've captured are captured from this phone, so you are the better judge than I am. But at room condition, this phone fails to perform. That's the conclusion that I've drawn from the results that I've seen this phone takes. Quickly going through the design, because I have talked about the design of this phone in my last video. The design itself is beautiful. 2 flaws are there in the design, I think. Number 1, plastic build, and secondly, the speakers are at the bottom right corner. So when I'm playing games, my hand blocks the speaker very often, and I'm not getting the sound that I would be getting from the smartphone. In their mid-rangers, Samsung did not provide us with the best display that they could have given to us. But when you get Super AMOLED display type, 405 ppi, full HD plus screen resolution. I'm not the first tech reviewer that you are listening to for sure, so you should know that how good AMOLED types are. They are battery efficient, they provide us with best colors, they are generally used by Samsung, and blah blah blah. So I do not think we need to talk on the display section, as we all know it's quite good. You know, the screen size also favors those who like big phones, 6.7 inches. The sensors are a joke in this phone. The worst in-screen display sensor I've seen. Sometimes it matches your fingerprint after 5 to 10 seconds, and sometimes after 5 to 10 seconds. After 5 to 10 seconds, no match. Face ID is also not time efficient. It consumes some time as well sometimes. Now coming to the battery, 4500 milliampere hour battery is used in this phone. Can provide you with a backup of 24 hours by keeping always on display on all the time. This is what I have experienced from my usage on this phone. So I think I've covered all the aspects in this phone. So I think I have covered all the aspects in this video. Thanks for watching. Till then, take care and bye bye.